Alright, so we just got the latest floors of the Tower of Trials. This is actually the final floors, and from what I can tell, the Tower of Trials won't reset ever again. I think it reset back when floor 12 was the max, and we did get like another 100 free gems. So we got 40, 30, and 30. Now, unfortunately, it won't reset anymore because there's another 30 gems, there's another 30 gems, and another 30 gems. And of course now another 30 gems, so that's gonna be a lot of gems, and that's why they're not resetting it. They will scrap this Tower of Trials thing, and I think in one of the dev notes they did mention that we will be getting some new sort of PvE content. Maybe it's something similar to the Tower of Trials, who knows, only time will tell. But for today I'm gonna show you how you can clear Tower of Trials floor 28, 29 and 30. Do check the timestamps in the description down below, and yeah, let's just jump into it. Alright, so first up, floor 28, we are up against Tarmiel here, and on this floor, of course, it is red Tarmiel, so it's the exact same card, the same flood card, the same buff card, the same ultimate. He of course has a bunch of different passives. Now, he does have his Grace, which means that he will heal back quite a lot, and that is why in this fight we are bringing Rimuru, or like any unit that has an infect is of course going to help us out. Now maybe we don't even need that, he only has 600k HP, maybe you can rush an ult and get it that way. But it does have a couple of these unknown passives that, according to GameWit, if we're to trust the translations, basically means that one of them is going to make it so that all our characters are on the battlefield. So we will have all 4 of our characters at our disposal. They will also debuff any of our units that do not use skills, and because we can only use 3 skills, at least one of our units will get debuffed by a ult gauge depletion debuff. So there's that we need to keep in mind as well. And he also has like reduced damage from special moves. And also, if you attack any of these like side mobs, they do have 600k HP as well, you will be inflicted with Ignite. So that is why I'm also bringing Kizuna, because Kizuna can of course cleanse, and at gold with her gold buff card, she gives us debuff immunity. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage there as well. Of course, whenever she ranks up, she doesn't only cleanse, but she's gonna boost our attack related stats as well. Now, of course, these units are just the units I'm gonna use here. You can of course use a bunch of different units. If you want like the debuff immunity, like perhaps you can go with Ludociel-Margaret. Like the Archangel team could potentially be really good here as well. So just go with Ludociel-Margaret and you cleanse as like the final move. You attack twice and then cleanse, right? Otherwise, like if you don't have Rimuru, you can just search for Infect. You got Echidna, you got Merlin, you got Zeldris. Maybe a demon team is really good here as well. You do have like options, so you don't really need to run the team I am running, and always like read whatever passives that they use here. So of course you don't want to use any rank up skills, and I don't believe Kizuna's cards work as like a rank up, because it says rank up skill, so it needs to be a specific rank up skill, which is what like green and red Gopher have. I don't think Kizuna's passive counts as a rank up skill, even though whenever she attacks she does actually rank up. I don't believe that's actually how it works, so if it is, we will see. But for now, this is the team we're gonna use, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then whatever. We're just gonna eat attack food just to make it a little bit easier for us. And of course we're running King, sort of just to shield us from any sort of damage every turn. Maybe I should focus down like one of the little side mobs. We will see, depending on sort of their attacks. Maybe I like Aquitescanor as well. I don't believe you can actually well, you can't target him, but I do believe you can still hit him. We do have 3 attacks here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attack like that. I will actually, hold on, I'll actually infect first, then we'll attack like that, and then we will cleanse, and we will see if Tarmiel gets a buff. So he is infected. Oh yeah, he can't be infected, he can't be debuffed right now. All right. But maybe he heals the little side mobs as well. Alright, so he is buffing up. He did not appear to get the 100% basic stat increase, unless it's not like a blue buff. We will just have to see here. I'm just gonna have to look at his stats. It does not appear to have gotten that, so that's very good for us. I don't unfortunately have any more Kizuna cards. What I will do is I'm just gonna attack like this, and we will sort of focus down this mob here. Yes, I will actually use another Escanor AoE card. So we are going to be applied with Infect here, but that should be totally fine. And we'll try to kill the right hand mob, because he is going to use a bunch of attacks, so you just want to get rid of them. Unfortunately, we don't have any more Infect cards. I don't know if we can actually Infect Tarmiel on the second turn. Like the Game With site did say Infect can be nice, so that's what I thought, but I don't know, we will see. So I'll do this. We'll just straight up attack. We don't have the Kizuna attack buff anymore, because we're not getting any more Kizuna cards for some reason. So we can't even get the debuff immunity, but that should still be fine. Let's just see here. Reamer is type disadvantage, but he should still be able to kill. Yeah. I mean, you can just go with firepower. 600k like health isn't a lot these days. Like if you go with Mal and the Angel team, Mal can easily like deal that damage on his own. That's some really nice rewards. But you can of course go with the Archangel's team. They have a lot of stats, so like infect doesn't really matter because you can just cleanse it with Ludociel-Margaret. But yeah, that was floor 28, so let's just jump into floor 29. Alright, so next up we have blue Ludociel-Margaret, and she basically has the same exact skills as the other Ludociel-Margaret, as well as like the same passive and the same grace. And by other Ludociel-Margaret I mean like the regular one. She's also immune to like any stun, petrify or freeze and a bunch of other debuffs, and she cannot be targeted while these other two mobs are alive, so you kind of want to kill them first and then sort of focus down her. Now why you want to focus down each of these mobs one at a time is because whenever you kill one of them, it will basically heal all other units, unless of course you can somehow time it to where you kill these two mobs and then just focus down Ludociel-Margaret, but it is what it is. Also, if you happen to crit Ludociel-Margaret, and this can be like while these two are alive with a AoE, I believe, so if you crit her with an AoE attack, it will give all enemies a buff that increases their attack by 5%. Now, if Ludociel-Margaret herself gets 3 of those buffs at the start of her turn, she will remove the buffs and give herself a 20% all stat increase, which is a grey buff, so you cannot remove it. Now, when I'm talking about like removing buffs, of course, for every buff that you remove, you will give yourself 4% all stat, and I do believe this lasts for 2 or 3 turns, so you can like really stack up a bunch of buffs. Now of course you will also have your attack reduced as well as defense reduced by 10% for every buff you have, though with an amplify card you will sort of start dealing more damage per active buff on self, so overall it's a net positive for someone like Traitor Meliodas. We are also going to use Gopher here to hopefully prevent Ludociel-Margaret from being able to ult with his pumpkin bombs. And of course we're going to use Matrona for her buff cancelling card. So if you go in here and you search for buff cancelling, you click here, you click apply, and then you can see all units who have like buff cancelling cards. Now of course Meliodas has it on his ultimate, so does King, so does Lilian. So some other units that you can use is of course Skadi, but do know that you kind of want to have a unit that has a taunt. I guess like Diane could work instead of Gopher, and then you can go for like Skadi or whatever to like remove buffs, because they do have like a buff cancelling card on level 1, which is kind of what you want here. And you do want a taunter so they don't like focus down your most squishy units. The enemies also take massively reduced damage from ultimates as well as like light type units, so you can't really go for like someone like the one ultimate. I am also using Nanashi in the back just because he gives a bunch of extra buffs to our units, so that is gonna be very helpful for Meliodas, so we can like kill the side mobs as quickly as possible and then move on, as well as like using Gopher for ranking up Meliodas so that he hits even harder with like silver or potentially even gold cards. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in and do it. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna attack one of the side mobs and we're gonna try to focus him down. Maybe I'll debuff them so they can't get their ultimates. I'll see what I can do. I do have one melee card here. Maybe I'll get Melly's ultimate. Like I'll do this. I might as well debuff them and we just do that or whatever. Just to get a little bit closer with Melly's ultimate. I think that's gonna be best. All right, he was able to crit her. Oh no, he wasn't. That's good. So if Gopher were able to like crit her, they would all get a buff each. Maybe that is what I'm gonna go for on Melly, to get Melly's ultimate and then like use the ultimate to remove the buffs from all the enemies at once, give myself a lot of like buff stacks, and then we'll see. So there she will buff. If I do happen to like AoE attack here with maybe I like do this, you know, I'll get my ultimate and I'll be able to pretty much ensure that she gets 2 buffs here. And let's see, those little side mobs. Might be able to kill them at the same time. No, I don't think I can kill them with the ultimate. At least I can remove the buffs. So that is something I can do. I think I'll try to kill them at the same time, because if I can kill them at the same time, then they won't, like one of them won't heal the other one, you know? So I'll actually rank up melee, I think. I will use the ultimate to get all the buffs, and then we do that. Now we do have a lot of like melee signatory cards that are gonna help us. Alright, they didn't die from that, but they don't have any more buffs. And they have their stats reduced a bit as well. There we go, we killed them at the same time. Now Ludociel-Margaret will get healed. Oh, she actually got her ultimate. I think that should be fine. Oh, she's not using the ultimate. But we are super squishy though. Should I just focus with melee attacks? I feel like I have enough, you know, buffs. I can take these buffs though. Give myself 3 more buffs. Or is there a limit? Is 5 the limit? It appears to be the limit. So yeah, I most definitely stole more than 5 buffs. So all stat increase, you can only have 5 of these at max. GameSwitch did not state that, but alright. So I'm just gonna use the melee single target cards and we're just gonna hope for the best. I think I can kill here. I'm gonna get up to 3 more buffs. Yeah, that was way too easy. I got lucky with like the single target cards. But yeah, I guess AoE is the way to go, or you can like try to focus down one mob, then focus down the other mob, then focus down Ludociel-Margaret. You do have to be mindful of like, if you give her the ultimate, I did test this out earlier, if you give her the ultimate will hit for like anything, like it depends on how squishy any of your units are, but anything from like 250 to 700,000 damage. Super crazy stuff, but at least the rewards are nice here, so we'll just move on to the next floor. Alright, so now we're on the final floor and it is against green Sariel. Same exact abilities as regular green Sariel, so he's gonna debuff you a bunch. And one thing to note about these side mobs is you need to kill them at the exact same time. If you leave one alive, they will increase all the enemies, all stats by 100%, so double their stats. You do want to kill them at the same time, so we are gonna use King because he has some nice AoE. We're gonna use Gopher to rank up King, and I'm pretty sure Nanashi isn't needed, so we're gonna go with Ban to increase our attack. I think that's gonna be better. And of course we have Kizuna here. Now, one thing you want to note that is if you're able to like cleanse any debuffs, you will increase your own HP related stats by 10% per debuff cleansed for 2 turns. But it does say remove with debuff removal skill. I'm pretty sure Kizuna doesn't have that except for like on gold. So it might be one of those things where her passive doesn't really work for that particular like buff or whatever. It shouldn't really be that, you know, that bad because it's only HP related stats, but maybe Sariel hits super hard, so you might need that HP related stats. Also, if you damage like the little side mobs with an AoE attack, you will remove their ult gauge orb by 1. You can only one attack with AoE cards. Fortunately for us, that's all we have here, so whenever Sariel attacks you, he will also increase his defense-related stats. I'm not sure exactly how much, but it lasts for 1 turn. Also, if you ult them and they survive, they will have their ult gauge increased by 3 orbs. So you kind of want to save your ults for like the very end, I guess. Also keep in mind, if Sariel survives with, I think it's 20% HP, he is gonna fully heal and was it give himself a bunch of buffs? Increase his stats? I'm not sure. It says Sariel's HP is 20% or less. Pay attention to full recovery plus stat up. Whatever that is, so... Okay, so what I want to do is I want to kill them all at the same time, preferably with the same attack. So, alright, that's interesting. I had 300k CC and they did get to go first. I'm pretty sure even with CC food, like you can't go first against this floor. So, Kizuna, of course, I can get her gold card here. Might just wait with it, but it taunts up. That's gonna give me a bunch of debuffs. I guess I can cleanse them, maybe, or at least some of them. Is cleansing like this going to count towards giving me the HP related stats? It did not. Okay, so I actually do need to use the gold card, which fortunately for us we do have now. And Sariel gets a bunch of these parts, or like buffs when you attack him. Here at least we can get 1 gold King card. I do wonder if I should go for King's ultimate, like buff with Kizuna to increase my HP related stats, rank up King perhaps. Yeah, like this, and then do 1 attack like that. That's unfortunate. He did get his ultimate, Sariel. I wonder how much damage that's gonna do, but we do have a lot of HP related stats now at least. I mean, that wasn't bad damage, although I do kind of want to have King's ultimate and like finish them all off at the same time, preferably even Sariel, because you saw he did get like this defense increase, which he did take like so much less damage from. I do wonder how much that actually increases his defense by. At least I can get King's ultimate now. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna kill those little side mobs. They will increase their attack, which should be fine. Say I increase Kizuna's, or use Kizuna's card to like, it depends on what I should do here. Oh my god. I really need to think, because I kind of want to kill them with King's ultimate without having them survive. Because King's ultimate removes buffs as well. That's why I need to use it as like the final attack there. I do wonder if I do this and then this, that shouldn't kill them, and then I can use this, right? Yeah, that didn't kill them. Gives us a shield. I'm gonna do this. That's gonna give us another shield. Sariel takes less damage, but that's fine. And now we ult. Remove the buffs. Alright, so you just need to ult them, okay. Yeah, like this fight was weird. I have to say, I did actually try this twice before, and Sariel just like he survives so much and he starts like wrecking house. Like he just completely wrecks you with his ultimate and stuff like that. So killing them all at the same time with a really strong ultimate, either if you have like Traitor Meliodas, I suppose you can just go for his ultimate and just kill them, or King's ultimate, of course, if you have it like 4-6-5-6-6-6 should be able to kill. Mine is 6-6, of course, and I did a lot of damage, but do try to see what sort of teams you can make, and of course you'll get 30 more gems, which is nice. So but yeah, that was the guide. That was the floor 28, 29 and 30, the final floors of the Tower of Trials, which means a little bit sad. I actually started my Grand Cross YouTube career right here on floor 1. That was, I think, my first video here, except for like a shorts video. But yeah, anyway, I think that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, guess I'll catch you next one. Bye.